to another actionfeatures.net Comics Weekend review. We're actually doing it on the weekend. We're sticking with it. It's our third week in a row, I think, or something like that. Oh, my neck is really stiff. It's going to be tough for me to turn towards you.
Well.
I don't know. I must have slept wrong. This week, I only have 2 new books. This is for releases from July 3rd, 2013. Hey, buddy. Hey. Okay. This is for releases from July 3rd, 2013. But I only have 2 releases that I picked up this week. Blaze has a bunch of back issues, though, that he read. 4 back issues. So I'm going to do the new releases first, and you can do your 4 back issues, okay? First up was Legends of the Dark Knight issue 10. This series is the one that takes place outside the New 52 continuity. It's just classic kind of tales of Batman that are reprints of digital comics or something like that. This issue is written by Tishman, I think, with art by Chris Sprouse, I believe it is. And it's basically Batman going up against this kind of cannibal killer guy. And we notice that there's something strange about this cannibal killer guy as Batman's kind of tracking him down. There's some good detective moments. There's some good interaction between him and Alfred. At least you haven't read this, so I don't want to make everybody think that you read this. So this may not be appropriate for younger kids, is why I say that. There are a couple of gruesome scenes. It is rated T for teen on the front of the book, and in this case, I think it is applicable that this one may be a little bit much for the younger group. I did enjoy the story. I did enjoy the villain. It was kind of a cool, sort of newer villain that could almost be a recurring villain in this book if they played it right. Love the interaction between him and Alfred. It was just a good classic Batman detective / action story. Hey, buddy.
Hey.
Keaton's down here, as you can see. So that one was good. I like that a lot. The Shadow issue 15. It feels like the Astro Shadow just came out recently. And here it is already. There it is. The Shadow is still going up, trying to figure out more about this character called the Light, who's kind of killing off bad dudes. So in this issue, he gets a little bit. We get a little more information as readers as to Light's background. He's finding out some more clues about one of her first killings, and so he's kind of using his network of agents of the Shadow to find out more about that. And Margot's off on her own, kind of doing some investigating as well. And then it kind of all starts to lead somewhere with maybe Margot is going to be in a bit of trouble with this character soon. I thoroughly enjoyed this book. I felt it was really cool seeing all the Agents of the Shadow. And I think for the series so far, this one has felt the most like one of the old radio dramas, which I love listening to the old radio dramas. And I can actually hear the characters' voices like from the radio drama as I read this issue. I really like where this book is going. Really enjoy the way it's written. I think the art could be a little bit better. But overall, I really thoroughly enjoy this book. It's tough for me to pick between these 2 books, because I enjoyed them both a lot, but I gotta go with The Shadow just because it felt so much like the radio drama.
I know why it felt sooner, because our last video review was last week, and that took place last month, and so I guess it came out.
No, I don't think it did. I think it came out the week before that.
Okay.
And maybe we covered, and that one before it, we covered the weeks before that.
Okay.
So that might be what it is.
Okay.
Alright, so let's see what you got.
I did not put these in alphabetical order.
That's all right.
I just put them in random order.
You have to pop down sometimes too, bud, so that we have focus on these, okay?
That is my Batman.
But Blaze has got Batman and Robin Adventures issue 7 here.
So it's ventriloquist, and he's broken out of Arkham. And so Batman and Robin get to Arkham trying to find... Wait, can I start over with the description of this?
Sure, you don't want to tell them too much because they may want to read the issue, though.
Okay.
So don't tell them everything.
I just have to tell them, like, the reason they escaped.
Okay.
Should I?
Yeah, go ahead.
So the reason they escaped from Arkham, when Scarface was sleeping, he woke up and he saw, like, ventriloquist with, like, another puppet. So he said, I need to take something of yours. So they escaped from Arkham, and so he went to some relative's house.
Yeah.
And so he was killing some of his family members.
Yeah.
So when Batman and Robin got to Arkham, he was gone already. So they had to ask the Riddler the questions because the Riddler
saw what was going on.
So So at the end...
Don't tell them too much.
Okay.
You should just tell them if you like the book, then.
It was...
I mean, so it's basically just a ventriloquist story where they're trying to track down the ventriloquist. I don't want to ruin it in case they decide to pick it up. You know what I mean? So they go after the ventriloquist in this one. There's some interaction with the Riddler, you said?
Yes.
What did you think overall of it?
It was a great book.
It was a good pickup. And this is pretty cheap. These are always pretty cheap. This was $1.75 back when it came out, and you could still get it for around that at the right kind of comic shop. What's your next one?
I just have them in random order. This is
Batman. Oh, actually, you got Batman Gotham Adventures 30 there, so let's do that one first. Then we got Batman Gotham Adventures, which is a series that takes place after Batman and Robin Adventures.
Right.
When they changed the art style in the animated series, they changed the art style in this book. So what happens in this one? Looks like it's a Clayface issue.
It is. So there's this kid that has this problem, and he's kind of like he has the same problem kind of Clayface does.
Yeah.
But he can't change or anything. He doesn't know anything about it. So Batman has to break Clayface out of Arkham so he can teach him how to do the transformation so he can look like a normal kid.
That's a cool story.
Yeah,
I like that one.
It was a great book.
And this one, again, $1.99, so you probably get this for $2 or something in the back issue bins. And then we've got Gotham Adventures issue 31, the very next issue. What happens in this one?
This is Joker's causes blackout, so he's able to like steal people's money and abuse them even more because they can't see what's going on or anything.
Yeah.
And so these other robbers and stuff are taking advantage of this, thinking that different. Joker's trying to tell all of them that he was the one that did it. They won't believe him.
Oh yeah.
And then so Batman kind of causes more light, and like people, and then he like announced to the city, take care of your city, don't like, he was just explaining to them.
Oh, that's cool.
So they're after the Joker now, and at the end something happens, but I won't say it.
Okay, yeah, don't worry too much about the ending. Alright, and you got one last one, and that is Teen Titans issue 4. Now this is the Jeff Johns series of Teen Titans that was before the whole New 52 Titans that are taking place right now, and the team consisted of the Tim Drake Robin, the clone Superboy, Wonder Girl, and then the old guard, Impulse, and then the old guard of like Cyborg, Starfire, and Beast Boy.
Right.
So you just picked this one up. You wanted to pick up Teen Titans book.
Right.
This is the first one we had at the shop.
Yeah.
From this series, issue 4, written by Jeff Johns with art by McCone. I really liked this series as it was happening. Like, I loved the series that was coming out. And Jeff Johns was a really solid writer when this book started. So I was happy to see you pick this up. What did you think about it?
It was a great book. I'm not completely knowing what's going on because I started at issue 4.
Yeah.
But it started off with Deathstroke, the Terminator, and Cyborg and Beast Boy fighting him. Cyborg gets hurt, and then it's kind of hard to explain everything else that's happening.
Yeah.
So Impulse is he's at like a doctor's office.
He's been shot.
Right. He's been shot. And so he's at like this doctor or whatever, and he like leaves the doctor's thing to a library. So.
Oh yeah, I remember this. I remember this, and he's researching or something like that.
And then Wonder Girl finds a villain. I don't know if I should say who it is or not.
No, don't give him too much.
Okay.
That way they'll read it too.
Should I say what happens at
the end? You can. I think everybody knows by now that Impulse becomes Kid Flash in this continuity.
So this is the issue where he became Kid Flash.
Exactly. He finally gets responsible. That's one of the things about the Impulse character, was he was kind of irresponsible, bouncing off the walls, and this issue really drives home that he's going to be responsible, and he understands what it means to be a Flash, and that's why he becomes Kid Flash. So you liked this one?
Yes.
What was your favorite of those 4 books that you picked up?
It's really hard to choose between that Teen Titans and the Clayface issue. I'd have to say it's the Teen Titans.
The Teen Titans book is really good. It's really, really good. I remember that issue, now that you've said that, some of those things back. So, okay, cool. So you want to picking up Teen Titans.
Yes.
I know you always pick up Gotham Adventures. Whenever you don't have a book that week, you always want a Batman animated book. But Teen Titans is now one you want to start grabbing.
I think I'm just going to start getting Teen Titans and any animated series books.
Okay. That's cool. Instead of current books?
Uh-huh.
Well, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
We'll see what I mean.
I might do Captain America still. That's the only current book I really have right now.
Well, yeah, I guess. Well, we'll talk about it. We'll figure it out. I don't know for sure. You reading Batman? I guess no current DCs really were catching your attention. You didn't really like the Batman Superman book. You really like the Superman book.
I the cartoon DC and the...
Yeah, that's fine. If you want to keep up that stuff, that's fine. We'll figure it out, though.
Okay.
We'll sign off on this one, and we'll see you guys next weekend.